Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining Jeff and I today. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the software stocks. As a sector, the software sector is down about, what, 25 to 35%. Do you think that's a buying opportunity?
The short answer is probably no. I mean, these are large companies for the most part that have lost a quarter of their value so far year to date. Adobe, Salesforce, Constellation Software, and I mean, we're only mid-February.
Hmm.
We employ a contrarian investment philosophy, so we look for things that have dropped. Normally, this would be right on our radar, but what we often look for is a one-time, non-recurring problem where we can reasonably see a solution. And those are the kind of stocks we'll buy. Examples in the past of companies we purchased is when there's cost overrun on a couple of large contracts, and when a few years pass, those things eliminate themselves. In this case, though, I think artificial intelligence is really displacing the sector for a couple of reasons we could probably go into.
Yeah. So they have, I guess, what they're calling vibe coding, where smaller teams are able to create, I guess, the software, reducing time and costs, right? So that's not an advantage to the companies.
Yeah, and Anthropic's Claude came out with this co-work application in January, which allows employees to manage their schedule and do other workplace tasks. But what was so interesting was that they said it took only 2 weeks to write the code. So
Wow.
it's really eliminating the need for software engineers. The other thing too is that a lot of these software companies have employed a recurring revenue model where they will sell licenses. So if a big
Mhm.
company has 500 employees, they'll buy 500 licenses of a particular software product. But if AI is reducing the need for these employees at many companies, particularly white collar companies, that recurring revenue model is really under threat. So people are really questioning the long term cash flow of these companies, which has granted them such high valuation multiples for many years.
Yeah. So that's really going to be a reduction or removing a lot of positions within these companies. That's a huge threat.
Yeah. So we're not going to get into the space, at least not yet. We have an approved buy list at all times. And heading into this year, the only two technology stocks we had on there were Alphabet and Nvidia. And interestingly, of the Magnificent Seven stocks, which constitute about a third of the S&P 500 and have really driven the market for the last couple of years, Nvidia and Alphabet were the only two of the Mag 7 which outperformed the S&P 500 last year. So they're still, those two stocks are still buys, but they're the only two technology stocks we're actively purchasing shares for to put in our client accounts.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll hang on to those two and keep moving forward.
Yeah,
No software for now.
you got it.
Okay. Have a good day. Bye, Jeff.
You too.